Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. EQA Nostalgia here, and today I want to bring something to everybody's attention. There's a bit of a problem on Steam right now for H-Hour, and this is something that's been going on for a while on the official SOF forums, and it's a major reason why people have been going to the real Socalm to speak their mind. There's a lot of censorship that's been going on, and the reason that they gave for this on the SOF forums is that it's basically considered their place of business. They don't want any negative attitudes there because potential investors might see that and they might shy away, which is completely fucking ridiculous. And I stand by what I said before, that we're the investors. We're the people that they need to get on board. I never understood that. I never understood why they were trying to seek investors for the game when we already gave them like $300,000. I don't fucking get it. But anyway, I'm not going to get into that. I might talk about that in a little bit. But the problem here is that on Steam we're already starting to see censorship. We're already starting to see shit that moderators just should not be saying. They should be there to moderate and not much else. Like if somebody starts swearing or if they start posting stuff that's not relevant to H-Hour, or they're there to fucking moderate. They're not there to be the thought police. They're not there to tell people they can't have constructive criticisms. And doing this on Steam is going to be a major issue because people will not fucking tolerate that on Steam. I'm gonna tell you right now. I've seen it before. I've had a Steam account for 7 years. I've been a part of early access games multiple times. And I've seen what happens when the community isn't treated with the proper amount of respect. So the first thing I want to point out is that a Socalmer named Swill was recently banned up till like the 21st, which is a couple days after the game comes out, because the reason they gave for that was that he's just he's just talking a lot of shit and he's harassing people, when really all he was doing was posting his thoughts. It was harsh criticism, yeah. I mean, Swill's kind of harsh, but it's that's his prerogative. If he wants to do that, if he wants to voice his opinion in a negative way, that's not something that should be moderated. People can disagree with him. That's fine. Okay, we don't agree with you. We think this game's going to be great, but don't delete it. Don't get rid of it. Don't ban the guy for it and lock threads. And I mean, it just, that kind of shit just pisses people off, man. Now, one of the things I read from MacPhail, and I have to say he's been mild. Like, most of the stuff that he's handled has been pretty decent. He's not like taunting and berating people like some of these other guys. This post is just ridiculous though, because he's telling people that this is a place for support, not a playground for drama. I can understand that he doesn't want people to argue and swear at each other and cause problems. I can understand that. People are going to have disagreements though, and it's kind of best if you just leave that alone, as long as they don't overstep the boundaries and start finding ways to get around the profanity filter and stuff like that. People are going to have debates. Not everybody's on the same level here. Okay, we're community divided. Everybody knows this. TRS has their own views. SOF has their own views. That's a given. But telling people this is just a place for support, that's not true. This is Steam. This is a place where people are going to post their opinions. And sometimes those opinions are going to be harsh. But you have to be able to take that. You can't just delete it because it doesn't serve what you're trying to do with your game. And in a sense, I'm kind of a little bit of a hypocrite, because I had a guy that recently came on my channel and he was talking shit about how my recent video is doing nothing to help the game. And then he went on to slam Suck My Turban, which is someone who I hold in high regard. One of the reasons why I started this channel in the fucking first place. He started slamming him, started swearing at me, and told me how to run my channel. So I deleted the guy. So I can understand why sometimes they do that. Some people step out of bounds. I get it. The guy that was on my channel, he stepped out of bounds. Don't tell me how to run my fucking channel. Don't tell me a person that is like a pillar for the community. Don't call him names. Don't call me names. You're gonna get deleted. That's a given. okay? But I got people that are like, oh, why are you doing this? You're just hurting the game. Because this is the kind of shit that's going to hurt the game long run. When people start joining in on the forums and they start seeing this shit on Steam. When it starts becoming more than just about Socalmers. If they continue this with the general public, they're not going to put up with that shit. I'm telling you right now. They're not going to put up with censorship. They're not going to put up with being berated by moderators. They're not going to put up with it. And this is the kind of shit I'm talking about. BigFry posted this saying, you know, they're deleting topics. And people are saying, oh, this isn't helping the game succeed. Okay, so we can't voice our opinion because it's not just completely jerking off the devs. We can't post any constructive criticism. I mean, come on, dude. If the game's going to succeed, you have to be critical of it. You have to tell them what you don't like, what needs to change. And I maintain what I said before, that I don't think the game is ready for early access. I don't. There's just things that have to be there that are not there. People might not expect it to be bug-free because it's early access, but when you charge people money for a game, they expect a decent amount of content, not 2 maps in 2 game modes. You need a little bit more than that, okay? We don't even have voice chat at this point. I don't know if that's going to happen within the next 3 days before the game goes live on early access, but we don't even have voice chat. There's a lot of basic features that need to be in there. And people that are saying this right now, they're basically being met with a whole bunch of shit from these nut huggers telling them, oh, well, get the fuck out of here if you don't like it. And they're completely trying to stop any kind of constructive criticism, and topics are being deleted, and people are being muted for it. Essentially, it's the same shit that's been happening for months that drove a wedge between SOF and TRS. This is it right here. And I haven't really spoken about this on my channel, but this shit's been going on for a long fucking time. And it's a problem, okay? And it needs to stop. So then you got this fucking clown telling everybody, oh, don't violate the guidelines, blah, 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 blah. And I told him, your avatar doesn't violate any rules, and it's an obscene gesture. It's him flipping people off. Which is, you know, it's not a big deal. But if you're going to tell people that they have to abide by the rules and they have to be professional and yada, 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 you really shouldn't have an avatar like that, right? That's kind of fucking hypocritical, isn't it? That's the way I see it. So then, of course, he changes his avatar, which I expected he was going to do anyways. And at this point, it seems like he kind of took it personal, because he kind of left a little message on a video, or on a thread that I had responded to, saying that I didn't think the graphics looked that good. And I'm going to post that up for you guys right now. And, you know, this is just stuff that I've noticed. This is my opinion. I'm not saying anything nasty. I just said, you know, it's kind of strange they didn't add that this is the spiritual successor to Socalm 2 in the description. Nowhere on their page does it say anything to that effect. I don't think the graphics look good. I think everything looks washed out and dated. Again, this is my personal opinion, okay? I don't think the gameplay is where it needs to be, and I think they need to add more modes and maps, and quickly. So then what does this guy do? You know, he gives his opinion, which is fine, and then he goes on to say, well, you haven't played it. I'd encourage others to take your comments lightly. Most of your opinions seem to be foreign under the influence of that jaded Socalm community. He's talking about the real Socalm. You sure have a lot of negative opinions about something you haven't touched. So he's trying to discredit me because I haven't played the beta. And he's basically slamming TRS as a moderator, as someone who's supposed to be professional. Okay, this is not the kind of shit that you do as a moderator representing SOF. You don't do this, but he did. He did, and to my delight, because I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to take a snippet of this and show people the kind of fucking morons that are working for SOF right now. And, you know, if this continues, I'm telling you right now, there's going to be serious problems with the general community as they start to pour into the game. Okay? You know, he tried to discredit me, which I think is just fucking adorable. I really do. And the funny thing is he posted it, and I didn't see it until somebody else responded to him. But at this point, I just took the gloves off because he pissed me off, okay? You encourage others to take what I say lightly. Where should I begin? I've been a Socalmer since day one. I've been on the Kickstarter campaign for H-Hour since day one. I've poured countless hours into videos on H-Hour, promoting the game and raising awareness since day one. As for the beta, I'll have it soon enough. But I'm not blind. I can see what is lacking very plainly. Which, I mean, you'd have to be a fucking idiot if you can't see what's lacking just by looking at it. You don't have to play it to see that it's not ready, dude. I was on the POC, the proof of concept tester team, and that's not a lie. I didn't get the chance to play it though because my fucking PC blew. But I do have it on my computer, and I did get an email from David Sears saying that I was a quote-unquote standout, and he wanted me to help test the game. Turbin kind of set me up with that, so kudos to Turbin. Unfortunately, I couldn't run it, so that's really fucking embarrassing. But I was a part of that. And I can tell you right now, I've seen footage of it, and it looked better. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It looked better than H-Hour looks right now, the proof of concept, many months ago. So I don't know what they've been doing all this time. And that's kind of what I'm trying to tell people. You know, what happened with the money, what's going on, how come it looks like this, and please delay. And it's like I've just like somehow stoked everybody's ire, and they're just pissed off now because I'm saying please delay the game. So yeah, this fucking guy, he's a moderator, you know. I don't see how that even fucking matters compared to the shit I've done. So he wanted to call me out. He wanted to whip out his Socalm dick and measure it to mine, and he fucking loses. I'm sorry, he loses. You're a moderator. You ain't shit, dude. Don't fucking bring my Socalm cred into question, okay? Because everybody on this channel that's seen my videos knows goddamn well I'm a Socalmer. I've been a Socalmer, and my intentions are fucking pure. I want this game to succeed. I do not want to see this game launch as it is right now, because I do not think it's going to succeed. It hasn't reached the potential that it needs to reach for it to do well. I mean, forget about PS4. I don't think it's going to get there. I will be surprised if the game gets enough sales as is right now and goes on to become anything. I'll give them credit though for releasing the Demolition when they did. That was good. But you know, I really don't think it's ready, man. That's my personal opinion. And when I say that I don't think it's ready, and I say that the graphics don't look that good, I shouldn't have a moderator trying to fucking discredit me. So, in closing, I'm just going to show you guys one more little snippet I've got of a mod that I don't think is acting very professional. This guy, this guy locked up this thread. I don't even remember which thread it was. And then he was basically taunting everybody. And he goes on to say, same old stuff, same old people, proven wrong daily. And then locks the thread. I mean, if you're going to lock the thread, just lock it. You don't have to taunt everybody and then lock the thread. It's just fucking, I gotta give these guys a round of applause. You're doing God's work here, fellas. I gotta tell you, you're doing a great fucking job. SOF, discipline these guys or fucking get rid of them, because I'm telling you right now, when the general public pours into this thing, and I know I've said this like 3 fucking times already, and if they're still acting like this, the community is going to slam this game so hard. And we've seen it with Infestation, that War Z game where they were censoring people. Oh my god, the reviews for that game are terrible. I'm gonna have it up on the screen probably to show you guys how the community has responded to that even today. So yeah, your community interaction, work on it, okay? Your public relations team, completely restructure it, because it's a fucking disaster.